Hey guys, how we all doing? I thought I'd do something slightly different today. We're not going to be doing VR modding, we're going to be talking about consoles, which is something I haven't covered in a while. Now you must have seen the INLIGHTE console, which is trending all over TikTok, it's trending all over YouTube, and it's trending all over Facebook. It goes for around about 80 to 90 pounds, or around about $95 for the 20,000 games version. And I thought I would go and get one, so here it is. I've been playing around with it for a little while, and the question is it good or is it bad, and is it worth your money? So I always try and stay impartial when it comes to unboxing and reviews. I think it's only fair. However, I have to say I was quite surprised to see that when I opened up the packaging, it was just an R36S Game Master. Now, for those who don't know, you can actually buy these off of Amazon for around about £30. So the fact I spent around about £90 for this kind of bit a little bit. I think to kind of add a little bit more insult to injury, they didn't even bother trying rebranding the case or the package or anything. It's literally the Game Master R36S. Straight out the box, nothing's different. The only thing they would have had to have done is just put a different SD card in, which had different firmware. Now, I'll be honest, I had opened this previously because I was keen to give it a go. I had a lot of claims about it, playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 5, and I thought there's no way. But anyway, with the packaging, it was quite secure, it was in good quality. It came with a manual in Chinese and English as usual, and it also came with a USB-C charging port as expected. However, we're going to power up and we're going to have a look at what we get with our R36S. So if we look on the side of the device, it has a power up button, it has a reset button, and if you look at the right hand side, it has volume. Underneath it has 4 triggers, and when we power up, you're going to be greeted by the R36S starter page, and then straight away the SD card which they have installed kicks in the operating system, which I believe is a Linux based operating system which holds the games. Yeah, it's called Emulation Station. Now you can choose your consoles, you can choose sort of your brand, you know, if you want to go with a Nintendo game or whatever, Capcom game, you can go and find it. But let's first have a look at their first claim, which is that it has GTA San Andreas on it. If you push the Y button, it allows you to quick search all games, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to search for Grand Theft Auto. So while searching for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I realized to myself that this bold claim of 20,000 games is actually not true. Almost all of the games are duplicated, not just for different consoles, but just duplicates on the same console over and over and over. So Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Now, if you hadn't guessed already by now, I'm a little bit disappointed in this console. We're going to see if it's going to redeem itself, but it doesn't have 20,000 games. I paid for the 128 gigabyte version, and I have 6 different Grand Theft Auto 2 games. Okay, so it doesn't have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It definitely doesn't have Grand Theft Auto 5. Let's see if it has Pokemon Black 2, like they advertise, or at least any other good Pokemon games. So I checked, and it doesn't have Pokemon Black, it doesn't have Pokemon White, it doesn't have Pokemon Black 2. It just has multiple versions of Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Diamond in different languages, or the same language, just again and again and again and again, the exact same game. I can only come to the conclusion that they did that to try and reach this amazing 20,000 games quota that they're talking about. Now, later on in the day, I even found that I would say probably more than half of the games are not in English. They're either in Chinese, or they're in Italian or German, or in a whole bunch of different languages, not English. And they are counting these games in the total amazing 20,000 game count list. So let me just say it now. INLIGHTE, in my opinion, is a scam, and you are much better off not wasting your money on this and actually going and getting yourself the Game Master RS36 from Amazon for a third of the price. So the question remains, how does it perform? And I'm gonna play the most taxing game that it has on it at the moment, which is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, which is a PSP game. Now, sorry I couldn't get the focus 100% on point, but the clarity is quite good, the color is quite good, but I'm gonna say it now, there are absolute stutters that come out of nowhere. The performance is terrible. I was crashing my bike quite a bit, purely because you are getting frame rate drops which are freezing up the screen, as you can see, like there, and it's pretty bad. It's playable, but I mean, it's pretty bad. This is not designed for a game of this caliber. Yeah, I mean, you can see how bad, you know, it's performing in this game. So I gave Crash Bandicoot a go. That's a PlayStation 1 game, and I'm playing Crash Bandicoot 3. And I quite enjoy this game. It's a good little game, and because it's on the PlayStation 1, it handles quite well. I'm not a big fan of the analog sticks. I think they're a little bit jumpy at times, but can't complain. I'm going to say though that this is all due to the console and its performance. This is, may I remind you, a £30 console which you can get off of Amazon. As for the operating system in the background, that's stuff that you can get yourself should you wish online. I don't see why I should have to pay 3 times the price in order to get a games console which has, I mean, let's be real for a second, maybe around about 5,000 original games, maybe 6,000 at a push, nowhere near 20,000. It's just a wild claim, and it's done by INLIGHTE, and you'll see them all over Instagram, all over social medias, whatever. This is a scam. Do not do this. Do not waste your money. I wasted mine so that you don't waste yours. So I recorded this later on in the day because I spotted this, but I just wanted to prove this point. I'm going to scroll down to Nintendo, and let's look at Nintendo's games. Chinese version, Chinese version, Chinese version, Chinese version. They're all more or less Chinese version. Look at this. If you want a Chinese console, here's a Chinese console. If you speak Mandarin or Chinese, this is the console for you. But the majority of the games are Chinese. What the hell? 20,000 games. This is what £90 gets you. Yeah. Don't waste your money, guys.